Magic. There are things that I wish for. There are things that I've always wanted, envisioned in my life.
Hello, my name is Carlos Johnson. Me and my son are here today to discuss bullying. Bullying has transcended over generations. My father was 95 years old. He was bullied when he was a young man. I was bullied when I was a young man, and my son is a young man, and he has also been bullied. We are here to discuss the problems of it, how it affects our society, and how we can alleviate this situation. I'd like to introduce you to my son, Morgan.
Hello, my name is Moreland Johnson. I'm from Moreland, Illinois. I'm 17 years of age, and I'm a senior at New Direct School. Today, I'm here to address the issue, which is bullying. Now, I know bullying is nothing new, but still an issue in today's society. I'm here to tell you about my experiences in being bullied and how it's affected my day-to-day life. My first encounter with being bullied was when I first moved here in 3rd grade. It was my first day of school, and when I introduced myself to the class, that's when it began. Everybody had burst out laughing, and people were saying, Morgan's a girl's name, but you're not a girl. To them, me being a guy named Morgan was unusual. It was something wrong to them, so they then proceeded to make fun of me just because of my name. Moving into 5th grade, the bullying had gotten worse and racism emerged. It first showed during lunch one week. A bunch of guys ganged up on me and checked me into the lockers, and threw my lunch out and spat on me while I was already down. After that, I hadn't eaten, so I went to recess and encountered a kid who wasn't fond of me, just because of my skin color. He called me out on saying, "You're an N-word and so is your dad." I was shocked. He antagonized me to the point where I lashed out at him, and I got in trouble for making a fight. Clearly, the staff and faculty disregarded the racist remark that the student had made and were concerned about the safety of others and the damage that could have been done. There was damage done, not to the students, but to me. Not physically, but emotionally. It made me feel less than. This is another example of bullying, only this time by the staff and faculty. And if adults are doing it, what example are they setting for the bully?
Absolutely.
It was clear to me that for them, it's okay to do this. It was presented by the way they addressed the situation with little care, the way they resolved it, and how they showed that it wasn't a big deal to them. Moving into 6th grade, bullying had slowed down and eventually came to a stop. I still was taking in everything that I had experienced. I isolated myself from society and focused on me the entire year of 6th grade.
That's awful. It must have been terrible for you about that time.
It was rough. Come 7th grade, I began to believe the cruel, vile, ignorant things they said, which led to depression later on, after the bullying stopped. After learning I had depression, I started to hate everything except skateboarding. It was my escape. But unfortunately for some people that have been bullied, the results are more devastating, such as suicide, drug use, self-harm, and other mental illnesses. After a year of having depression, I found out I wasn't alone. I met my friend Alex, who was going through depression and experiencing similar things, but he had a different situation. He was bullied because he was transgender. We could relate to each other. He explained to me it doesn't last forever. We both became close friends, more say brothers. I always could understand him, and vice versa. We talked about the struggle, suicidal thoughts, and tried not to give in. We held each other up just like crutches. Fortunately for us, we had each other and a great family support system. Later on in 2013, we did an interview for PBS about Alex growing up trans and the difficulties of him being transgender and becoming who he wants to be. Now, today, I live a bully-free life, but still struggle with depression, but I'm a lot happier now. I skate every day just for the fun of it. Don't let bullying control your life. Speak up, let people know, put them in their place.
Absolutely.
Live bully-free.
Bully-free.
Magic. There are things that I wish for. There are things that I've always wanted, envisioned in